Portland Sports Arena, this is Portland Wrestling. Your ringside host, Frank Bonema. Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson's, Oregon's largest TV stereo and appliance store. Tom Peterson's, 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. And by Friendly Chevrolet in Lake Oswego. Whether you're looking for a new or used car or truck, see the folks at Friendly Chevrolet. And a very good Saturday evening to you all, whatever you might be doing on this great July day and evening. We hope that you're ready to watch some great action.
Tonight is the Portland Wrestling Television, and we are 2 days away from Legend of the Thunderbird. Join us now in episode 28, where we find out what we're going to do this evening leading up towards more and more matches on the Legend of the Thunderbird. Give the night off. I don't think we'll give anyone the night off today. You know how I usually roll. Gene Kanitsky sometimes. Maybe if you need to rest, but he's not going to be there for Legend of the Thunderbird. He's got a previous engagement, another booking. Select tonight's venue or location. I mean, it's got to be a classic, hasn't it? Everything is rising. Okay, when we started this game, we're about 2,200 we're making every time. But this, the things are rising. We're getting more popular. If there was a in-between sort of venue, between 2,500 to 3,000, that would be what we would choose. But there isn't. We'll be where we have the TV every week. I mean, all the old dears and all the old fellas, they'd be confused if we didn't turn up every week at our venue. Booking team meeting. What do we have stored? One angle idea. I think we need some sort of finish idea, don't we? Creative finish. Bit of a gamble. Carl von Steiger has to win. He is getting himself over. As I mentioned with these before, when a wrestler comes to you with a finish, it's never them saying, oh, I know how to lose in a creative way. I know how to, get my tights pulled and look like a bit of an idiot. No, it's always, this is how I'm going to win. And this is a creative way to do it. Shucks. We'll try another one. Creative finish. Safe bet and no restriction on who can use it. Now, these are the ones I like. Let's do a character idea. Big gamble. I think I've got an idea we can use this on. I think of Dick Murdoch because it can boost the workers' morale. Then again, if it backfires, he might put in his notice. Maybe someone else has got ice cold momentum. Maybe the Claw. Locker room incidents. I haven't fixed that rolling the dice thing. Maybe I'd have to fix it as an on-screen graphic. Maybe we could literally have some dice here. I might invest in some dice. Remind me to do that. Apparently, Antonio Inoki and Frankie Lane had a blazing argument outside the venue. I think I knew who would win that one. Okay, so Frankie Lane is annoyed. He is happy. He's the guy with legit skills. And I don't think... I'm saying that Antonio Inoki isn't going to be the one starting it. Am I wrong to think that? I think Frankie Lane is getting a little bit frustrated. Maybe he thought he was going to be the next big star, but that feud didn't work out for him, and he's kind of in the middle of the card now. Head men's trainer Antonio Inoki ran for pre-show training drills for all the 6 students: Dusty, Dick Murdoch, Roddy Piper, Tiger Chun-Li, Greg Ballantyne, and Dan Morocco. Again, no saying that it was a bad training session or awful, so we're assuming that went well and everybody's learning the Japanese strong style. Fritz van Hout got into a heated argument with a fan and had to be restrained before he made things physical. As his employer, you have to choose how to deal with the situation. So, he has got a prickly personality and is currently angry. This could be what's the log here? We've done this before. So he's not been the draw we've wanted. We've pivoted from that we're going to have Fritz von Erich versus Antonio Inoki in a championship match on a main show. We've decided now for the biggest show we're going to have, it's not going to be Fritz von Erich. Stern warning, maybe. That's maybe the best course of action here. And nothing noteworthy, okay. And then nothing else happening, okay. Dress the locker room. Open forum. Let's see. This could go well, could go poorly, but maybe good to do that before the big show we're going to have in 2 days. All right, so the people who are a bit angry or irritated, both Fritz, Dick Murdoch, the ones who are watching here, small morale boost. Okay, let's get on to booking the show. Oh, before we do though, let's go to the office roster. Let's find Dick Murdoch. Here he is. Creative idea, character idea. It's a big gamble. Oh, it was a failure. Oh, okay, this isn't good. I thought that would come up, on the show, but it came up straight away then, and it flashed up and went away, but I saw it say complete failure. He's not a happy camper, is he? Okay, we've got creative ideas. We've got our storylines. The Germany feud there. Extremely hot. Dean Ho versus just the general axis of evil. Inoki now challenged by Kamata. Kinitsky and Bourne. And then the tag team with veterans. So we have the tag team championships here. I think this will be a night of tag teams. Because we've got certain people we haven't used as much because we've got quite a large roster here. We've got to take that into account, how to best use people. So Dean Ho is the Northwest tag team with our lad who is a well-known face. Eric there. And they're not going to be just one and done, not just going to win the belts and then lose them. Let's find a team of heels who we can put them up against. Evil Incarnate. Haru Suzaki and Chris Colt. So 2 members of the Evil Enterprise. The belts are on the line. We know we want Dean Ho to win. The crowd wants to see that happen. They love storytelling matches. Botched interference. You're like, what? Botched interference? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Fritz commanded his lads to go down there. And he wanted Dean Ho to get beaten up by Karl von Steiger and Eric Kurt von Steiger. But they... No, that makes no sense. What am I doing? He wanted them to get hit by them but the finish is that. So we'll do distraction and then finishes because it'll be the other people getting distracted. And again, certain things here should all be at the same place. I feel, but anyway, this is how this is built up. Carl, and then Dean Ho, Kurt von Steiger. So we're getting everybody involved in the feud here because the Evil Enterprise and the people, they're all involved with this. And then we've got the Germany feud here. So this is just baking everything into one tag match. Botched interference. And it will be a heel getting hit by Kurt von Steiger. And that makes more sense. A little bit overbooked, but again, if we have all the overbooked segments in one thing, I think it's going to make it stronger overall. Major stars. Torquemada. I'd like him to destroy somebody. Just the final kind of before we get to the show. Johnny Costas, come on down. You've been chosen. 3 minutes. Torquemada. That's going to open the show. Lifts the crowd. Domination. Clean win. And then the angle. 7 minutes. Backstage. Interview. Nicest interview we have. Keith Jackson. He's going to interview Beauregard. Gary Hart on the microphone. And looking intimidating in the back is Torquemada. Intimidation. Not the interview. Of course, it's Antonio Inoki. So Evil has a plan for Inoki. Seven minutes backstage. Just got a promo. Just having a bit of a chat backstage. Ray Stevens, master of the microphone. Roddy Piper, he's coming along. And Jack Nicholson. So these three having a little chat backstage. And they want to be talking about Greg Valentine. And then the Dirty Dutchman here. So the 3 stars talk about Savage and Valentine. So we're getting Roddy involved in more interesting angles here, and obviously Jack Nicholson is in the angle. Could we do a 6-man tag? Could we put Jack Nicholson in a 6-man tag? It's a crazy idea. It might just work. We've only got him a few appearances. He's already been on the show as an appearance. I think we do it. Gates of Dawn are these lads. And Jack Nicholson. And they're going to take on these guys? No. These guys? No, they're going to take on these guys. They're Von Steigers with Fritz. And this is going to build. So we've got the Iron Reich here. This is Jack Nicholson, Roddy Piper, and Ray Stevens. And I want Kurt Von Steiger to win with his creative finish, which he came up with before. Carl Von Steiger. Okay. So it's going to be Carl getting the victory here. And the loser, we have to pick the loser in this one. It's important to keep Ray Stevens strong. It's going to be Roddy in this case. Keep strong, Ray Stevens. Should we do keep it simple? Jack Nicholson. Protect Fritz von Erich. So we're getting into the minutiae how to work this one, so the people's strengths can be lifted up, and the weaknesses can be eliminated. The referee cannot also be a competitor. Who's the referee? Jack Nicholson. No, Jack Lotz. I got to check now the other matches here. Shag Thomas, the man with a funny name. Jack Nicholson. No, Jack Lotz. We've got to double check every single time because I do not want Jack Nicholson just been out. He's the referee as well, and he's turning up and he's doing this. Yeah, they're being used too much on the show. Okay, that's understandable. It is understandable. Singles match. In the women's division, Evelyn, she's here today, and Donna is here today. Part of the new member of the Evil Enterprises. The women's title is on the line. Donna is going to get the win. They're going to go an all-out match, steal the show, tainted win. Oh, she didn't protest. The lady doth protest usually. Too much, but not this time. Okay, so that makes a big difference. Move this one up the card a bit. And then we're going to have an interview and a bit of a post-match here. Interview. Beauregard being interviewed with Donna. Not Don Morocco, of course. Donna Christianello. Dramatic acting. Keith. On Evelyn. Now it's a heel versus heel match. You don't usually like to book these, but I'd like to get the title to Donna here. So Donna has joined Evil. I want to welcome today my newest charge. Someone to take titles and victories and strengthen our position in Portland in the future. Donna Christ Anello! Exclamation. No, Sonna. I didn't want to write Sonna. I want to write Donna. There we go. So she's joined Evil. Storylines. Let's add a storyline. Let's make this a big. Let's get a little bit of a plan going here. Donna versus Vivian. Donna has made waves after coming into Portland. She has joined up with Evil Enterprises and holding down the other women in the promotion. Promotion. One woman is standing up and saying, "No more." That would be Vivian Vachon. Okay, so. Oh, I did put Mary Laverne. Of course I did. Alter that one. Let's do this quickly. We're adding Donna there as a major role. We'll take out. We'll remove Marie Laverne there. So, these two. I've got this plan. Nobody is absent today. In the ring, saving the day. We'll start this feud today. So, Donna and then Gary, and also the manager, Beauregard, versus, and in the ring is Evelyn, who is a heel, but still sort of like everyone's getting attacked all the time. Even if it's heels, faces, they're going to attack them all. Vivian runs in for the save. How many minutes? 5 minutes. Okay, so we'll add that one up at the here. An angle. We've got to have lots of angles on the show. Just the way it is. Backstage, cutting a promo. Jack Nicholson, Antonio Inoki, Torquemada. Should we do the interview? Yeah, do the interview thing. I do like that. I mean, it makes more sense. This is what they were doing back in these days. I don't want to spam certain types of things just to get bonuses. But Keith Jackson would have interviewed everybody. He would have been the guy. People wouldn't have done promos like the ECW style, direct to the camera and the shaky thing. That wasn't done in 1970, was it? So, Inoki and Jack have no fear. Bearing in mind, they've seen Torquemada destroying the fella early on in the show. And that'll be after that one. We are 62% of matches. We have one singles match, but like the multi-man matches today. Antonio, Lonnie, Tony. In the heels, we have Dutch Savage, Frankie, Gene Kinitsky. And this time, it's not a main event you could find anywhere in the country, but this is a main event for this part of the country. And who should we have going over here? Should we have Mr. Beauregard here? There we go. Referee Jack Lotz. Don Owen, will he be... Maybe Fritz von Erich could be road agent. And what's the story you want to tell on this one? On a post-match beatdown, or is he going to beat him up in the match? We've got Tony and Gene locking it up one last time after their all-around town brawl last week. I think I'm going to give the win to Tony Bourne today. I think he needs it more. Storytelling, open match. Distraction. Antonio Inoki gets distracted, maybe taken out of the match by Torquemada. So he's not going to be the one costing them because they're not going to lose the match. But he could be the one, making him, let's say, leave the ringside and not concentrate, and then it's like 3 against 2 or whichever. But despite their underdog status, they still win. That's the creative idea. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Maybe we'll turn this down a few more. Okay, 60% matches. Add this to the main event. I think we can add some angles and let's see. Let's go check in one thing here. Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Shag Thomas has got that one. Well, maybe we need another angle here as well. What else creative ideas do we have? Angle idea not deployed. Which was that? Safe bet? No, big gamble. Okay. Who are we not using? Dusty Rhodes. Okay, maybe Dusty Rhodes in a big angle. We could do a small 4-minute backstage interview. Dusty Rhodes does some rapping. That's a big risk. Dusty Rhodes invents rapping. He just invents out of nowhere. No one's ever done it before. Yes. Improvised. Well, of course it'll be improvised. What's the big idea? This is the big idea. So, Dusty Rhodes does some rapping here. Put that in between there, so it's kind of a let-up spot here. So we've got 65%, we're not going to be penalised, 92 of the 95. But because the absent workers thing, you see it's greyed out here, that means that everybody is available. And that's why I was trying to do more tag matches and things. But now we're thinking of the pre-show. Texas Outlaws. I'd like to get them having a win here. Gorky and Ivan, they're not working out. They are just not the guys I want to have. They might be for the cut soon. Work the crowd. Dusty gets the victory. Nice. Singles match. Now I want Tiger Chun-Li to do something here. Impactful face. He's a very good wrestler. And he is. Believe me. I've seen a couple of matches with him in the WWF, I think. A couple of things there. One of my long-term prospects who I want to use. So we'll have him going over here against Greg Valentine. Of course, he's got his tag team there with Dutch Savage. They'll be doing things later on this evening and in the show in general. The Claw, also cool momentum. Could we give him a win? So we looked at the screen on the last episode and we saw that he's not lighting the world on fire as the Claw. We like his gimmick. He looks interesting. The picture looks interesting. Again, I want to see who is behind the mask of the Claw. But Paul Diamond will be the sacrificial lamb on this one. On the women, we are going to push Vivian. She is now in an angle, so why not have her fighting Kay Noble on the pre-show? And we'll give Vivian a victory. So there's a lot of matches on the pre-show before the camera lights go on. I don't care if Kay Noble is upset. Okay, what is the yellow? Kay Noble is unhappy, of course. That was the yellow thing there. And we'll do one more match on the pre-show. We've got 22 minutes left. Another tag match, I think. Any tag teams? No, if you used everybody. Let's just split it from heels, faces, men's division. Peter Maivia and Don Morocco. That could be a tag team in the future. Mark Lewin, Paul Ramos. This is assuming we've got a lot of people working here. We'll get Peter Maivia going over. Again, don't forget to work the crowd. Oh yeah, the refereeing situation. I've got to double check now everything that, yeah. Jack Nicholson. Yes, I know she's unhappy. Jack Lotz, that's fine. Tiger Chun-Li. Jack Lotz, that's fine. And then Texas Outlaws. Jack Nicholson, no. Shag Thomas, you got the call up. So we've got a few warnings here. And despite, we've got a large roster for our TV show. It's no word of a lie. We do have a large roster. We've nearly used everybody. So we've got a very, very long card. Some people are upset, some people are not. But you've got to rattle some cages. You've got to make some waves to get the show kind of working as you want to. We've had 2 good TV shows. I think this one won't live up to those ones. Just my feeling. But it's going to get the storylines and the ideas across kind of as I'm envisioning them. But that we will not know until I click to start the show. And I'm kind of, you can see, I'm a bit like, should we start it now? Should we change some other things? I'm a bit worried about some of the creative finishes and that. I think the main event that should deliver, shouldn't it? Antonio Inoki. That'll deliver, but then it's 3 matches in a row here. Should we have Dusty Rhodes inventing rapping earlier on? Okay, well, we'll move this one up. And then... have I missed something out here? I'm just trying to think. We start with Tokamata destroying them. Yes, that's what I want to have. The stars, the 3 stars, Jack Nicholson, Roddy Piper, and Ray Stevens. I think that's going to get a good rating. This one, probably not as much. This one's like a let-up spot. It doesn't matter too much. This one, hopefully. This one as well, hopefully, but I'm not too sure. Depends on Vivian's rating and perception of the fans. Alright, I'm saying let's do this. Let's see what Jack Nicholson's in-ring debut looks like. Who wants bets it's going to be a rating, like a personal rating of like 20 or something. Right, we sold out. It's good. We're expecting that. Not much heat, but Morocco and Peter Maivia got a win here. I was kind of hoping they would get a tag chemistry thing so we could have them as a tag team. We could still do that. They might actually be a very good tag team. Don Morocco is the weak link, but it's his first month in the wrestling business. Can't forget about that. 39, okay. Designed to work the crowd, Vivian Vachon defeated Kay Noble. And she got 39 rating. She's obviously the better wrestler in this fight, and giving her some wins where she's going to be in a storyline. It's all good. I don't know how much it's going to affect things just on the pre-show, but we'll start this way, build, and then have matches on TV. And you guys know what's coming up as well. A 60, wow. All right, this is a match which should have been maybe on the main show. Claw and Beauregard, good chemistry. The Claw is looking very stale. I mean, the mask isn't looking stale. It probably smells a bit stale. Depends how many times he washes it. I doubt he does it after every match. Okay, we'll have to look at changing his gimmick a bit, which could help his momentum. Because that's the thing at TEW. You can change gimmicks, make a whole new character. You've seen this in real life. Pirate Paul Burchill, for example. I mean, he was going nowhere, and then he became a pirate. I still think they should have done more with that gimmick. Anyhow, Tiger Chun-Li defeated Greg Valentine, and Greg was the weaker link in that match. Again, not too bad. We're not expecting anything big here. The intention, Tiger Chun-Li gets a win. Texas Outlaws versus Gorky and Ivan. Oh no. Showing true unprofessionalism. A clearly unhappy Dick Murdoch completely phoned in his performance. It was clear to everyone that he wasn't trying at all. I think maybe Dick Murdoch is going to hand in his notice quite soon. We got him the win. I mean, his team won. I think Maybe he got the pin. I'm not sure. I think we set it for Dick Murdoch getting the pin. All right, 49. And then let's get on to the main show. We'll figure out the things there with the Texas Outlaws in the in-between days. And at 53, a very short match, but I think we got exactly the message we wanted across. The show got off to a strong start, 72 rating for Torquemada. He destroyed Johnny Costas. And this is the thing, they're sending a message. This is the thing people are seeing on TV. The last time they saw him in a match, this is what they saw. Keeping him strong. And the interview, the evil alliance there, they're talking about what they're going to do to Antonio Inoki. It's like, oh, the match, we said we couldn't have it sanctioned. We're going to have a Portland street fight, taped fists. The only person who can stop the fight is going to be the referee, and he's going to let a lot of things go. There's going to be blood, there's going to be violence, and Antonio Inoki is going to wish that he never came to Portland. Because the mastermind, these two, the group, the evil enterprises, the brain and the heart here, they have got the body in Torquemada, and they will dismantle Antonio Inoki and take that belt. Jack Nicholson sitting backstage with Ray Stevens and Roddy Piper. They're just chilling, the cameras get them backstage, hanging out on a sofa. And they're talking about Dutch Savage and Greg Valentine. They say, well, we got Dutch Savage maybe later tonight. Greg Valentine, he's been young up-and-comer. He is a thorn in your side. The tag team and veteran storyline advanced and gained heat. This is this is what we want. This is why we have angles. Because we know when they're having the singles matches or they're having these tag matches, which they sometimes are not getting the best ratings. But obviously, the actors and Roddy Piper and Jack Nicholson, they worked very well. This kind of thing is that when you think about it, you'd love to see this. You'd love to see Ray Stevens, Jack Nicholson, and Roddy Piper in a room, just with the cameras. Like, what are they going to say? What are they going to talk about? And it's got the crowd white hot at the end, so it really got a peak here. Now I'm going down to very hot, but yeah, I want to welcome today my newest charge, someone to take titles and victories and strengthen our position in Portland in the future. Donna Cristanello. Okay, got a 41. It's a women's segment. On the women's division, as we've always said, we're building that up. We're not expecting amazing things in the beginning here. The 41 is respectable. And then Dusty Rhodes, the angle idea was a failure. Oh, it's a shame. He's getting himself over a little bit, but he's going to be upset that the angle was a failure. Keith Jackson's getting better at his gimmick, though. I wonder what he was doing when Dusty was rapping then. Got a 35, okay. Let's move along. And the match here for the NWA Pacific Northwest Women's title. And Donna has now won the belt. It's one of her first title defenses. She has lost the belt after interference from her new manager, proving that it pays to be evil. It pays to be in the evil enterprises, because she's quickly got a title match and quickly, with help from her manager, has won the NWA Pacific Northwest Women's title. And as I say, Donna got the better rating here. They didn't click for the bout. But we got the finish we wanted. We got the person we wanted over. And a 44, it's not bad. Oh no. Okay, so for a 5-minute angle, it was too long to have all these people fighting for that long because they didn't have the star power. Okay, that's another thing to think about. They need to have the star power. But we obviously had the beatdown on Evelyn Stevens. And then Vivian comes out. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a heel here. She just sees injustice and she wants to make the save. But we've started the storyline. It starts with a 46. Crowd's still very hot at the end. And a 65 in the tag match. In a great match. Great wrestling. Good heat. Dean Ho and Eric Froelich defeat Evil Incarnate, which is Chris Colt and Haru Suzuki. We had a lot of interference. A lot of stuff going on. To the left and to the right. But it was botched interference at the end because Kurt Von Steiger actually accidentally hit Sasaki. And then Dean Ho was the best wrestler in the match. So we got the baby faces retaining the titles. We've got the All Germany feud gaining heat. Dean Ho versus the Evil Empire. That storyline is advanced because now he's got another win over them. 70 rating in a great 6-minute interview took place backstage. Antonio Inoki and Jack Nicholson. They were talking to Chris Jackson. They were saying, okay, we've seen what Torquemada can do. He's intimidating people. He's been smashing the roster. He has been taking the place at the top of the mountain. He won the number one contenders match. Doesn't matter if it was maybe a setup. Doesn't matter if the evil enterprises are exercising their power in unfair ways. It doesn't matter. Antonio Inoki's up for the challenge. Torquemada is going to be. He's not going to be defeated. He's going to do his best. He's going to do his best to try and represent the company as he can at Legend of the Thunderbird. And we've gained heat. The crowd's very hot. 70 rating for an angle. Jack Nicholson, he's carried as a superstar. And Jack Nicholson's in-ring debut. He got an in-ring performance of 33. 3 better than Roddy Piper. Didn't see that one coming. So in a decent match, the Iron Reich, they defeated Jack Nicholson and the Gates of Dawn when Carl Von Steiger pinned Roddy Piper with an elbow smash. It was designed to tell a specific story. We had the creative finish and it was a success. Brilliant. And protected Ray Stevens so he didn't get pinned. We get Fritz doing something here. His ratings are still not going up. The Von Steigers, they are. When I have like a split tag team and have one of them as a main event guy, Carl Von Steiger could be the fella. But yeah, the Iron Reich now gaining momentum as a heel faction because, despite how everything went here, they got the victory. And what else do we have? Any storylines going ahead? Not on this one. And the main event of the evening, a superb match. Antonio Inoki, our champion. Tough Tony, our favorite like uncle figure here. And the Moondog, Lane, who we have here. Defeated Dutch Savage, Frankie Lane, and Gene Kiniski. When Tony Bourne got the win over Dutch Savage with a cannonball. The match was designed to tell a specific story. And then, of course, Torquemada pulled Inoki out of the ring and started fighting with him on the outside. The referee let the thing continue. Tony Bourne, clothesline, charged up his fist, boom. And then he actually got up and got this cannonball move, and he got the win. But all these two storylines here gained heat because we got a 77 rating. That's brilliant. The creative finish was a success. So what a way, 77, the last thing before the main show that we're going to do, Legend of the Thunderbird. A very hot crowd, a really good match, and the babyface is going over. So we'll see. The seeds of doubt, but it looks like it's going to be good for our area. And the overall rating was a 66. So another high rating here. Population gained in one region, and that is here in the Northwest. It's a shame they say Jack Nicholson's being overused. He's a star, and he's got very good charisma. I think we should use him more. But that's if you ask me, not the general people. But it doesn't affect things negatively. These are sort of like notices here. But I think it's okay. So we'll see what happens in the meantime, in between time. And then very soon, we're going to be booking Legend of the Thunder.